The Nissan QASHQAI is a global success story, racking up more than 5 million sales. But it's never been able to emulate the success of the Nissan Jualis, which it replaced in 2014. So, can this all-new model change that? Let's find out.
Categorised as a small SUV, the new generation QASHQAI comes in 4 flavours, starting at just under $34,000 for the base grade ST, and topping out at just above $47,000 for the flagship TI model grade, which is what we're testing here. It's taking the fight to rivals like the top-selling MG ZS and award-winning Hyundai Kona via its bigger size, class-leading safety, improved luxury features, and a more fuel-efficient engine.
Created at Nissan's London design studio, I reckon the British stylists have done a tremendous job here, creating an ultra-modern but still very sleek design.
The headlight treatment is quite striking, and you're unlikely to mistake this for any of its competitors. It has a fairly sporty side profile, and for $500 you can option the two-tone colour scheme, which adds a black roof. Round the back you also get a roof spoiler, sloping rear window, and a pair of striking LED taillights. And no exposed exhaust pipes. The times, they are a-changing.
2 powertrains will be offered, starting with this 1.3 litre turbocharged 4-cylinder petrol engine, which is what we're testing today. And later in 2023, there will be a e-power hybrid, but Nissan doesn't call it a hybrid, but it's still a hybrid.
The turbo petrol model on test gets a new generation CVT automatic transmission driving the front wheels.
Nissan has done a terrific job improving the design of its new SUVs outside and in, and this flagship QASHQAI model looks and feels real schmick. I mean, even this gear shifter is on trend.
The cockpit design is simple and clean but sophisticated, and everything feels good. For a small SUV, material quality is on point. You get a big wireless phone charger, and incidental storage is pretty reasonable too.
If you plump for this top spec model, you get these lavish power operated leather seats with really impressive diamond quilting patterning there, and also they have a massage function. How many small Japanese SUVs offer that? Not many. Some of the other cool features include this huge panoramic glass roof. You've got a 10-speaker premium Bose stereo and 3 screens. 1, 2, 3.
Speaking of which, the digital screen contingent is comprehensive, starting with a customizable 12.3-inch digital driver's display that's tastefully integrated into the dashboard. There's also a big 12.3-inch central touchscreen that features a far better menu system than before, but that said, the menu icons still look a little bit dated. Impressively, not just the high-end QASHQAIs get the full host of advanced safety systems. Every model is fitted with 7 airbags, LED headlights, and useful driving aids like traffic sign recognition. This vehicle also has a 5-star ANCAP safety rating and was the 2nd safest vehicle ever tested in 2022.
I really like these wide opening doors. They open to 85 degrees, which makes access to the rear seat really seamless. But this is a small SUV after all, so there's not a huge amount of room. Legroom is not great for my 6-foot frame. Headroom is actually not too bad, given there's a giant glass roof here. Comfort levels are really good. Again, you get that diamond quilted leather seating, and also amenity levels, impressive. Air vents, you've got USB A and C, which is great because not everybody has both. And you've got the reading lights, the holy shit handles, and of course, the fold-out armrest with cup holders.
The cargo area is really flexible too. You can flip the rear seats down, and there's a hidden underfloor compartment with a divider to stop things rolling around.
A power-operated rear tailgate with gesture control if you want it reveals quite a good-sized boot for a small SUV, and it's got really good amenity too. You've got the 4 tie-down hooks, a little rubber band here for bottles and whatnot. You've also got the 12-volt socket, a little light, and although you don't get a full-size spare tyre, you do get a space-saver spare under here, which is better than an inflator kit. First thing I'm picking up here is an improvement in refinement levels. It's definitely smoother accelerating from standstill than the 2-litre petrol, but it's also quieter as well.
The engine also has more oomph now. Its eager attitude giving the new QASHQAI more character than before. The CVT automatic is nothing to write home about, but again, it's smooth, quiet, and appears to deliver reasonable fuel economy as well.
Perhaps the biggest improvement is in the chassis dynamics department, and while small SUVs don't need to be engaging or sporty, the fact that it is definitely a cherry on top.
Despite riding on 19-inch alloy wheels, ride comfort is more than acceptable, the SUV absorbing bigger hits and ructions in the road with relative ease and composure.
It's probably not quite as smooth and balanced as the Hyundai Kona, which was our pick for best small SUV in 2022, but that vehicle has a unique to Australia suspension tune, whereas the QASHQAI uses a global tune. But even so, it still does a really good job overall.
The Nissan QASHQAI is a compelling small SUV. It has a flexible interior, is well equipped, it's fun to drive, and it's one of the safest vehicles on the road today. Throw in a more economical petrol engine and that fancy new design, and you can see that it's got plenty of showroom appeal.
So, can this new QASHQAI put Nissan back on the small SUV map in Australia? I reckon it can. It's a polished product. It's got really good equipment levels, loads of technology, and yes, while the prices have gone up quite a bit, I think overall it still represents reasonable value for money.